Hello, one and all, and welcome back, lycans and gentlemen, children of the night, nocturnals, night terrors, and all things that go bump in the night. Welcome to your monthly treatment of shock therapy. The doctor will see you now. Show me your woes, and I'll cure all that ails you. Consider me your night watchman for this evening's festivities here at the Mind's Eye Theater. I invite you to violate curfew with me for this graveyard shift. I am your horror host incarnate for this sold out show. First off, at the top of the stream, I wanted to mention shout out to I always get the funniest names for subscribers. Shout out to Sandy Spax, a new Rumble follower. Welcome to the family. So this watch party tonight is particularly special for me because I have said for many a year, many a decade, I am a firm believer that PG horror, dark fantasy, those are the gateway genres. I mean, and let's take this movie, which to me The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. This movie is the epitome of horror for kids. Um, and again, uh, you might be interested to hear this, but I firmly believe that as majestic as the '80s decade was, and honestly, who could deny that? Um, as majestic as that decade was for horror, one of two trump cards that the '90s had over it is PG horror, the other being anthologies. I mean, look at it. Look at what you got on paper. The Addams Family franchise, The Witches, Hocus Pocus, The Nightmare Before Christmas. It just so happens that the movie On Tap for Tonight hails from a half century before even then. And you know what? Shout out to me. Much like Disney's Halloween Treat 40th anniversary watch party, which I did 2 years ago. Hey, leave it to your horror host incarnate to delve into the goodies and find you something worth celebrating this Halloween. And obviously, I gotta do it because once again, Disney fails to, like remember its history. Oh, it'll happily exploit it when it's convenient for it. And God knows that Agatha all along ain't doing it for anybody, especially the people acting in front of it. But yeah, I absolutely when I had not realized I did not know when this film came out. I didn't realize it was 75 years old. And I did the the Salem's Lot I did the Salem's Lot remake stream, watch party stream last week, and boy, let's just say I hope that I made it as enjoyable for you guys as possible because I mean, seriously, PU. That movie was oh man, that just wasn't it. But tonight is something worth celebrating, obviously. Tonight is something that we can all get behind. And hey, look, I absolutely am not above watching a cartoon or something for kids. I'm man enough to say that this is something that genuinely, I mean, it's far too often the phrase, getting in touch with your inner child or whatever. And yes, it does admittedly sound corny as hell, but like this is one of those movies that it really is something worth celebrating. It is something special. And like I said, I am a huge proponent of PG horror, and for me, after all the classics that I just named, this movie is the absolute pinnacle. As much as I think that, how can I put it? Boogeyman stories, because I do consider the Headless Horseman to be a boogeyman. As much as I consider, and I've always referred to like in my own head, my own genre, I've always referred to boogeymen as figments. Like I would classify those monsters as figments. This is if I remember correctly, this was the first American horror story or horror classic horror. It's based off the Doulahan of Irish mythology, so it's not 100% an American original. But yeah, I mean the story is transcends horror to a lot of to the genre itself. It was, I still believe, the country's very first boogeyman. Um, it you know it can be shared as a campfire story. But I always consider ghost stories to be something different than boogeyman. But regardless, in this particular case, they are interchangeable. So, I always like, just for the sake of interaction, I always like adding a little something special to the watch party, which I refer to as the totem pole. So, your options regarding what your if you've seen this before, what is your impression of the story? And if you're watching it for the first time, it's your chance to opine on what you think the rating for the film should be. Your options include bottom of the barrel, shallow grave, and of course, high stakes. So it should be obvious, based off of the introduction that I've gone for this film, but I'm absolutely going with high stakes. I mean, this movie is just one of those that absolutely is a classic. So at because I do have more to say about this, which I'll get into at the end. But now the totem pole is open for you. So, you be sure to chime in, and it's available on the YouTube chat, just so you know. So, let's see. Naturally, I invite you to stream this movie along with me. You can queue it up on Disney Plus. Let me take care of a couple housekeeping items, which gives you time to get your popcorn ready and some soda pop. So I'll be providing timestamps throughout the watch party. This will be a short one. It's only about an hour. So that way, I'm making sure that your viewing experience is synced up with mine, as well as for the convenience of anyone joining who's casually late to the party. So, this watch party is brought to you in partnership with Hotness TV. I will be back soon to getting back to writing horror articles in that magazine. Um, what else do we have? Huh. As far as sponsorships, this watch party has, I'm proud to say, the sponsorships of Jabra headsets and Samsung devices. And believe me, you're asking the right guy because every the TV that I'm watching this on, the surround sound in my apartment, my phone, my tablet, I got everything Samsung. So, I wouldn't be recommending them if I didn't use them. So, if you're in the market for either Jabra headsets or Samsung devices, I do humbly ask that you use the links in the description. That way, it just serves as a nice kickback for the channel. On the topic of watch parties, the Mind's Eye Theater is a proud affiliate of the upcoming horror documentary Mental Health and Horror. Once that comes out, I will not only do a review of it, but a watch party. I eagerly anticipate that one. So, as you can see up top is the support link if you're of a mood. I'll just consider it your pound of flesh. Streamlabs, the software that we use to provide you these watch parties and live streams, they were nice enough to provide us our own merch store. Link is in the description. I will be having updates to the merch store coming soon. So, I am coming to you live streaming on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, and Locals, and TikTok. Ugh. So, in the enduring battle between Inkarnate and the almighty algorithm, my fans are my strongest weapon. Therefore, get them likes up. Therefore, without further ado, we now offer you this creature presentation. Igor, throw the switch. Starting now. So, you'll have to forgive this beginning because one thing that I did forget to mention, This was something of an anthology. No, not an anthology, you couldn't say that. It's more of a now that I think of it, it is kinda funny. It's more of a grindhouse affair. Why? Because it's multiple stories in it's 2 stories, for the price of 1, basically. Ichabod and Mr. Toad can't get enough of them sugar crisps. Yeah, so we do have. I mean, you do get to enjoy the Mr. Toad, uh story at the beginning. Sorry, but that's Disney's fault. Despite being 2 stories, they did not split these in 2, even though if you buy the Blu-ray or DVD of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, you don't get the Mr. Toad story, which yeah, make that make sense. But regardless, I'm all for it. Yeah, I remember if I remember correctly, as a kid, the scariest part of and obviously this isn't based on well, it is based on, but this won't be what we're watching now. But the Mr. Toad ride at Disney was kind of creepy. It was a bit of an acid trip, even as a kid. I love this intro. Fabulous character. I feel like there should be like British music playing because we're looking at the Encyclopedia Britannica or something. See, the cartoon adaptation of this really makes me wish that we had more dark fantasy, and what I mean by that is creative stories that tapped into their horror roots, presented as dark fantasy, the grim fairy tales. I forgot, why is it that he gets arrested? Spoiler alert. Everybody else was his family and wanted him. Even if that's what that species of animal is called, it's kind of insulting. A water rat, really? And what was that guy? The chubby guy, an otter? For the fat pudgy character more than Mr. Toad. This guy. Whoopsie doopsie. God. I mean, Disney was so very much yeah, an intricate part of all of our childhood. It's such a sad, it's such a shame what they turned into. You talk about relying on the past. Jesus. They did that more than anybody. Oh? What? Really good. As usual. Yeah. I want a handlebar mustache like that. Although I don't think dear rat. Ink blot. Is that why he invited accomplices? Oh man, this animation, like, I get that it's unfortunate because everything is like Pixar now and whatever, and now it's gonna be even worse with AI, just complete lack of creativity, but, I mean, look at these paintings, they really are works of art and, sadly, just product of a bygone era. McBadger. God, Scrooge McDuck, anybody? And he had a nemesis called Glomgold that kinda looks like this guy, except, a duck. Henhouse. In whose Poodle! What? What is happening? I love how there are people and anthropomorphic animals in one location. What? I've always loved how, like, their names are just whatever species they are. Hello, rat. Oh, he's a mole, not a beaver. No, he's just overweight. Therefore, you could plant this evidence. Mania? That's a bit of a clinical issue, don't you think? Did he say horse? Okay. Whew. The way the way he said that, what kind of trouble is he getting in? And this is another thing. So there are anthropomorphic animals and then regular animals. Oh, but the regular animals can talk English. Jesus, look at those buck teeth. Jumping rope on a horse's butt. That's not safe. I don't think it's this that the ride is based on. I think like after he gets arrested, uh, he stages like a getaway or something like that, and it is just the ride that is based on this film is just it's crazy. Like the neon colors and the bulging eyes from the toad. I doubt they still have it at Disney. This was in Ducks. What the hell? What distinguishes an animal that can talk from an anthropomorphic animal that can talk and walks upright and has a last name? Because I doubt that that horse is called Mr. Horse. Smacks him upside his head. Oh, he's so tiny. Look at him. Look at that big fat pot belly. Sir. Aye. Smacks the horse. Hey, Governor. Oh, I've never seen a talking horse before. I thought he said a pork with you. That would be frightening. What? Oh, I'll do nothing of the sort. You can't pull this off forever, old bean. Ha ha ha. Pulled a fast one on you. God, really? Please make sure that doesn't get unbuttoned. Quickly, they're gradually hopping away. Uh-oh. It's the fuzz. Or not. It's a Motica. Oh, the trouble I could get into with that. With just me knickers. Oh god, is this where he has a new mania? Jesus. Yep. Boy. Somebody give this guy some pants. It's weird enough he's an animal that can walk and talk. Jesus, so he just invents new manias as it goes along? Uh, in a psych ward. That's gotta be where they're taking him. Yeah, in his chambers? Is that really the best place for him? Yeah, that'll hold him. A pillow and a bed sheet. Well, there are windows, there's a door, secret passageways. Oh, okay, that'll work. But he has a frog, so ratty moly. No, no, no. Big old fatty mole. Moly, 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 moly. What we got? Diggs BTW7. Hey, what's up? Plenty. Diggs BTW7. Hope you're enjoying the show. We're about to hit the 15-minute mark. Gee, what a shock. Who could have seen this coming except anyone? What exactly are the charges? Did he crash it? And that's a handlebar mustache. And that's a monocle. And that's a frog. They ain't having it. I need a wig like that. For no reason at all. And a pipe that blows bubbles. Wait, what? The 2 judges? Hey, buddy. See you in about 10 to 15. Jesus, could they try to make it easier for these guys? Oh, Jesus, lighten up, George Washington. Like, no further questions. Angus McBadger, wow. I would wanna be a lawyer just to be this level of just obnoxious and, just over the top. What a jerk. Oh, this guy's certainly taking it seriously. Really? He brought one for his own? Stupid. How impressionable is that little tyke? The horse has a hat. Okay, now he's a person. Oh god. What? I'll tell you. Really? Really? You're telling this to a judge? Governor? All right, we're gonna hit the 15-minute mark in three, two, one. Guys, no matter which oop, sorry. No matter which platform you're watching this on, if you could do me a favor and hit the like button, it's absolutely free of charge. And if you are watching this on YouTube, I do would like to turn your attention to the chat. That way you can vote on the totem poll. What are your impressions of the movie? Is it high, mid, or low? Back to the show. Weasels. It's always weasels. Whoa, God, that was freaky. Oh, they're Mexican weasels. Oh, I see. All he's doing is missing flipping a coin with a toothpick in his mouth. Yeah, that's exhaust. That'll just worsen the mania. Yeah. Gosh. Uh-oh. Now that is a handlebar mustache. What? Oh, hot looking car because it's stolen. And God, I missed the handlebar hair. Incredible. Don't take Bitcoin. I thought I was gonna say it appeared to be honest. A card game? Oh, I thought serve as a notary. But where's that deed? Hmm? Huh? Even what? Toad Hall. Pure flim flam. Even the judge is laughing. That load of twaddle. Where's the deed? Uh-oh. Someone's gonna lie. Can't trust a bartender. Uh-oh. This is about to head south. Oi! I saw him with good and bright I did for show. Yeah, without a doubt. Even that haircut isn't honest. Establishment. How did I know I was gonna say that? I like how he's wiping down the bar. I saw you steal a car. Ooh. No, I'm so inescapably sure. Poor guy. Scandalous. No appeal. What is this, a Trump case? Hmm. Basketball court. Ish posh. Time for Christmas. This part I'm not remembering. And this guy's in an asylum getting electroshock therapy. Not to mention that toothpick that they stick into up your nose and into your brain for a full-fledged lobotomy. Oh, really? It's bad enough they have him basically in a dungeon. He's sitting on his own ball and chain. Pause. Aw. Stop breaking the law! Aw. Don't forget about the horsey. Hmm. Reformed? I I like how his leg is so thin that he just slip right out at any moment. Wow, I really don't remember. Like, I whenever this, what do you call it? This double feature, whenever I've seen it or pulled it up to watch, I always just go straight to, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, so I'm not remembering a lot of this. Oh boy. It's the mole. Oh, it's the horse. Oh god. Oh my god. Uh-oh. The nail file. What about it's for you. And those are some I think that this horse's buck teeth are about as big as the frog's head. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh boy, here comes that. This guy can't help it. He just creates new psychoses. Really? Spotlights from a castle? They just invented motor cars, right? And now they have spotlights, like, "Oh god, really?" Next comes the jump rope precinct. Okay, but making an escape in a town, gee, if only there was a quicker way of locomotion, like the horse that helped him fly the coop? Where'd the horse go? Yeah, take the subway. Oh god, it's his big butt is the "Huh? Have you seen a frog on the loose?" Oh god, it's gonna roll right out. Oh, the jig is up. I love that sound. Really? I don't think that's how they grease a train, but okay. It goes reverse. Right to the precinct. Oh, jeez. How convenient. And it's a single train car. Jesus. These guys in their spotlights. But they're firing in the air and not at okay, I was about to say. Blast you identically animated coppers. Ah, they copied that scene. You can't fool me. And this one. I like how he's not only just still wearing the disguise, but still dressed like a woman in heels. Who's your fashion consultant, Bugs Bunny? Hey, you sure got him, didn't you? Except the frog is amphibian, so what danger would it really be in? Really? The teeth on these animals. Oh, good heavens. Yeah. So now his when he was in regular shoe spats, his foot was as thin and as his leg, but now when he's in ladies' pumps, his foot is so fat he can't remove it from the ball and chain. Oh, how do you do where are they? How funny would it be if they're eating frog legs? Whoops. I think not, he's a criminal. Aw, such a sweetie. Hey, how'd you escape? I really don't remember this part. So funny. Or Jesus. They must have a GPS some kinda tracker on this guy. "I'll write you a check, just hide me." Poor guy. Boy, you're awfully spry for someone with a cane. When did weasels become, like, the Uh-oh. Oh, no. Or car. That's hysterical. Now they just have to illegally pull off a heist to get that deed. Angus! Everybody did. And aren't we all just human? All of us anthropomorphized animals? Well, to get that paper. Uno. Wow, I'm amazed how little of this I actually remember. A sh And they gave it to the mole? I mean, I guess you can't give it to the frog because this guy's likely to get a mania for anything at the drop of a hat. Really? They're guarding it that badly? Yeah, I was saying oh my god, you idiot! What was I saying? When did weasels become, like, the official minion bad guy for Disney? Who Framed Roger Rabbit, 1 or 2 other movies that I'm vaguely remembering? Okay, we're gonna hit the half-hour mark pretty soon. What? What was that? Okay, we're gonna hit a half hour of the watch party in 2, 1, now. Guys, remember, I ask if you could, no matter what platform you're watching this on, just remember to hit the like button. It just helps to stream this or I should say circulate this video along into people's watch feeds. And if you happen to be watching on YouTube, I do ask that you vote in the totem poll. Just take to the chat and tell me what is this film's rating for you. If you've seen it before, and if you're watching for the first time, it can double as what your impressions are. Back to the show. Ah! Yo, I really don't remember this. Oh my god. I picked the fat one to go get it. That's so funny. Mission Impossible it. Oh, my hat. Oh, good heavens. Oh. Dude, hold it with your teeth or something. Portly little fellow. Wow. Give him a kiss. Really? And he's gonna find the combination? It's just a button, that's it? Ah. Oh my god, this guy's hairline. I wish they still made cartoons like this. Oh boy. Ooh. It's all a dream, and he punches him. My god. Holy crap. Oh wow. Ah, decoy. Why would you have that? And did the frog install or did they? Oh boy, here's a back and forth. Oh my god. Yo, they are not play. Oh, ouch. They are not screwing around for that deed. Throw everything at him. Really? So stupid. Wow. Mole, mole, mole. Ah, it's funny. Stupid. Oh god. One would think they would just nab it and run out of the house. Ah, that's funny. Really? Instead of being helpful. Those daggers are highly inaccurate. An axe, really? Is that necessary? Wow. That was almost planned. Leave the mole man alone. Uh-oh. Whoopsie. Feel like Indiana Jones stole that. Make up your mind. Jesus. Oh, who's got the deed and how? Yep. Merry Christmas, everyone. Yeah, until another fad or passes by him, and then he slips right into another mania. I don't know. That's a suspicious color. Oh god. With the horse. Did I call that or what? I love how he's in a Wright Brothers airplane. Oh my god, it was great. Oh god, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was something of a appetizer for the main course that we got on. Oh my god, that was funny. Okay. This is good old Bing Crosby. Nobody would know like this voice actor, but yeah, this is such an iconic voice. Icky. Like I said, I love this story just because it is like the first American boogeyman, first probably classic. Well, maybe not. That'd be how that would actually be interesting for me to track down if this is like the first classic American ghost story. Because you got to figure, the frontier had its fair share, especially after so many wars. Nice little shadowing. So, a little bit of trivia. Ichabod Crane and Brom Bones later became the inspiration for the characters Lumerie in human form, possibly, and Gaston in Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, this guy. I actually never looked up if this is his actual portrayal in the book. I own the book. I have yet to read it. I almost said watch it. The Headless Horseman is often cited as being, along with Firebird in Fantasia 2000, the Horned King in The Black Cauldron, and Chernabog in Fantasia, as one of the scariest villains in the Disney canon. Disney still receives complaints from parents about the character frightening their children, which, hey, shout out to them. While I was like doing a bit of research on this and yeah, watching trailers for it, I did look at Brom Bones and think this guy looks a bit like Gaston. Really? I love the beaver hat. That's Bobkins. Why would the horses be scared of him? Damn, he is like ridiculously skinny. Ichabod. I love how he would do anything for like sweets. What a jerk. Pedagogue. It's so funny, like, all the women were, like, into him, but he only had eyes for, what's her I almost called her Cassidy. What the hell's her name? Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank. What is her name? Catrina Van Tassel? Whatever. Like, people back in that age even knew what do you call it, ostriches were. Really? Huge ears, ridiculously wide and long nose. Oh my god. Skinniest glutton you'll ever see. So, as you could imagine, while the characters are fictional, the place, names, and landmarks depicted in The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, the book from 1820, are mostly factual. The Terrytown of the short story is the village of Terrytown in Westchester County, New York. It was founded by Dutch settlers in the 17th century. It's located about 25 miles north of Midtown Manhattan in New York City. Some of the other landmarks are located in the nearby village of New York of North Tarrytown, excuse me, which was long nicknamed Sleepy Hollow and has officially renamed to this name in 1996. Washington Irving himself, the author, was buried in Sleepy Hollow Cemetery. So that's a bit of interesting trivia. Jesus. Really? A salad? This guy? He thinks not. Well, then again, you could see why she caught his eye. Oh, jeez. This song sounds familiar, but I don't know why. Oh, because it's sung by Bing Crosby. It sounds like it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas song. Oh dear, maybe this way? And of course she's a chick, so she doesn't doesn't appreciate any of that. Oh, that won't do. Privilege is invisible to those that have it. I wish that this character had more agency in the, oh wait, we're about to hit the what is it? 45-minute mark. I wish this character had a little bit more agency in the Tim Burton, live action adaptation of this movie. Jesus. Honestly, why would you have the Fane paying it, like, even being present? Like, the kids don't care. Okay, we're gonna hit the 45-minute mark in 2, 1 now. Guys, if you are watching on YouTube, if I can direct your attention to the YouTube chat, Just make sure to vote in the totem poll, just good interaction, what your official film rating is. And no matter what platform you're watching this on, if you could just hit the like button, it just helps circulate this watch party to other people. Dollar bills, really? I'm sorry to say that, but like she's a far cry from how she was depicted in the Johnny Depp movie. Papa. I love how they did that dissolve. Yeah, I like, Christina Ricci. I wish she was in more things, but and my god, even back then was it she she had definitely grown up from playing Wednesday Addams just a couple of years prior. Both the Addams Family franchise and Legend and Sleepy Hollow came out in the same decade. Ain't it always the way? Really? Yeah, what do they know? Mhm. Oh, good heavens. Where are my manservants? Hmm, really? Hmm. Jealousy's a woman's game. I would how funny would it be if he puts a jacket over the mud and then puts it on her? Oh, not for nothing, but takes talent to cross that and pass him by while swooping her up off of her feet. Really? Oh my, I forgot about that part. Like, did you really have to lead him on? God, that nose is ridiculous. It's the big that is how funny is it that the nose and the ears are the biggest part of him other than his stature? Yeah, I'm sure that wouldn't spook the horse. He's like, "How did that happen?" Oh, oopsie daisy, oopsie daisy. I love how he chuckles at him. There's another character that didn't really have much of a like, I think he's in 2 scenes in the live action movie. I'm just I like Sleepy Hollow, don't get me wrong, but I just, I wish a lot of these characters had much more agency. And look, the cartoon is one thing, the movie's another, but it just would have been nice, you know? A sugar volcano. Oh, I'm in Mosiano, okay. More free things? Oh my god, what a flirt. Allow me, good sir. I love how twice he doffs his cap. Here it comes. Always with the handkerchief. He's holding a horse by the mane. Where did that tree come from? Oh, man. It's sad because, like, and not to harp too much on Disney and how far they've fallen, but, like, and look, Disney always got away with making adaptations, The Jungle Book, this, even The Lion King is not an original story, it's actually ripped off, actually. But, still, and now all Disney does is basically do Disney basically rips itself off and makes, adaptate live action adaptations of its most famous, cartoons, which is unfortunate. Um But it'd be I mean, it's a far cry because if they can't get Marvel and Star Wars right, how would they even get any of their in-house, stories or original ideas taken care of, in-house? It's just unfortunate. God. God, crooked smile. I forgot that men used to powder their faces back in the day. Dear God. That and the wigs. And they did wear, like, shoes that could vaguely with rather thick heels that could be confused for women's, clothing. Oh god. Gunpowder. So, the visual aesthetic and slapstick comedy of the film were heavily influenced by The Headless Horseman 1922, starring popular humorist and entertainer Will Rogers. So the original character sketches of Ichabod were exaggerated caricatures of Rogers' hatchet face. Why bother going to the party then? Like, seriously, Mr. Sourpuss. Mm. Oh, harumph. Aw, this part's sad. Aw. Poor portly little lady. That's the human version of the Mr. Mole, the other cartoon that we were just watching. Oh, Jesus. Gonna leap at the chance. Yep. Jesus. Look at him cankles. Boy, Disney could never get away with doing this nowadays. Then again, there would be a significant lack of diversity quota in a Dutch Hamlet from the what is it, the 1700s? I love how later on it's like, he's trying so hard to just, like, focus on her, on these 2 dancing, that he remembers that this wild chick is still, like, attached to him like an appendage, and he just tosses like, "Here, right here." Oh, I thought he tossed her down a cellar, or maybe that's later. Oh my god. Jesus. Oh my god, this this cartoon is over the top. He has no quit. Oh, sausage links. So the song that they're about to sing that like finally brings the horror to this film. The song Headless Horseman is considered one of the darkest songs written for a Disney film. It, much like Worthless from The Brave Little Toaster, 1987, and Hellfire from The Hunchback of Notre Dame from the 90s, these songs were nearly cut from their respective films. Yeah, this song always intrigued and frightened me in equal parts as a child. And mind you, this is just the description of what we're in for. Yeah, that part creeped me out, like, just the imagery that came to mind. God, his Adam's apple, like an elbow in his throat. Looks like Josh Brolin. That also kinda creeped me out, like, the description of, you know, his his targeting of victims. And I always like the lore, like this part coming up, and that's why I like, Boogeymen, iconic words. Wow. That's also kinda creepy. Okay, what are we're about to hit the 1 hour mark. See, it's amazing, like, the suspense that's built up here. You have the ghost story, and you have everything creepy that happens in this long trek to a dark forest home, and you're, like, on a razor thin edge, and this is even before you see the movie's monster. So we're hitting the 1 hour mark in 2, 1 now. Guys, if you could do me a favor, and, this will be the last, reminder. If you're watching on YouTube, just hit the like button as well as vote in the totem poll what your film rating for, tonight is, and, no matter which, platform you're watching this on, if you could hit the like button, whether on the likes of Twitch, TikTok, Rumble, the like, it'd be appreciated. Yeah, like, it's crazy to think that this movie has such great atmosphere. Oh, this is great. The clouds look like hands covering the moon. Incredible. I'm not a big proponent of comedy and horror because I do think that they are opposites, but, this cartoon movie handles both well. Hmm. Just this premise to me is terrifying, like, what if you had to wander home alone through a haunted forest like this? That's pretty creepy. Peeking his nose over the horse's butt, the will-o'-the-wisp. I have to do research on that creature type because I wonder what exactly it is. This part was also kinda creepy, the owl yeah. The eyes, Jesus. Gee, it's almost like they're warning him. That's really good. Just his fear that the forest is coming alive all over him, all around him, I should say. I swear, movies when I say nowadays, we are in the 3rd decade of this millennium, and I kid you not, this cartoon, the 75-year-old cartoon, has more tension, build up, suspense than the vast majority of films that call themselves horror nowadays. This is great. Lazy mule. You're gonna see coming up like a really good usage of oh my god, ew, comedy and horror. God, knobby knees. This scene is what I'm referring to. So stupid. And now the guest of honor. See what I mean? Just such a brilliant transition from comedy to horror. I like the sparks that come out of the headless horseman's steed while it's running. I also like how they gave the horse a character, you know what I mean? Giddy up. Iconic. This is such a just a peerless classic that any other adaptation of this would have to work overtime to steer clear of copying this movie while and the Tim Burton movie certainly paid homage to it. a good adaptation of the story that wants to stand on its own would have to steer clear of this movie because it is despite the short runtime, it's such it left such an indelible mark. Whoopsie. I love it. So at one point, he's facing the wrong way, and the horse doesn't even realize. Whoopsie. Not even paying attention. I love it. And he was facing forward at one point. Great. But yeah, this is what I mean. Like getting to crossing the bridge. Like I love the lore behind it, and I just had to stop. Hmm. That actually, hmm. Oh God, look at these children. Yeah, that's just crazy. So, when shown on American television in 1977, shortly after the death of Bing Crosby, the end credits included a frame noting his passing and contribution as narrator and singer. The end.
And now his watch has ended.
And now their watch is ended.
So, as per usual, well, first off, I hope you guys enjoyed this watch party. This is such a childhood classic of mine, and a just an all around iconic adaptation. So, here is where I gave recommendations, in case you want to watch other films that are in the same tone as this, that what we just saw.
There's a formula to it. A very simple formula.
Make it a blockbuster, right?
So, the films that I would recommend in line with this are the films that I mentioned at the top of the stream. You've got the Adams Family franchise, which include Adams Family and Family Values. The Witches from the 90s, skip the remake. Hocus Pocus and Hocus Pocus 2, as well as The Nightmare Before Christmas. Also, check out Disney's Halloween Treat. I believe it's free on uh, Vimeo or Daily Motion. I don't remember where I saw it. Um, and by all means, check out my watch party as a ride along with it. I did a watch party for Disney's Halloween Treat 2 years ago. So my closing thoughts, and again, I kind of spoiled this at the beginning, but this is my go-to for kids horror, for gateway horror. Um, I think I'm gonna make a bold claim that we have yet to get the definitive Sleepy Hollow film, which, by the way, 2024 is the 25th anniversary of the Johnny Depp live action adaptation of the story. So, might be primed for a watch party. Now, the way that this movie ended, it gave you like, several rumors. It spoke about how definitively uh Brom Bones did go on to marry Catrina Van Tassel. Now, I'm not saying that I would make this adaptation or this twist of the adaptation, but it might serve as some point of intrigue that someone might be able to pull off if they can, set the table and execute properly. Give me 1 second. What I mean is, imagine if what if it's a mystery what exactly happened to Ichabod Crane, but what if it is revealed that it's something of a conspiracy that Brom Bones did have something to do with it, like a pact with the Headless Horseman. Not like the live action Tim Burton film where, um the whole gag with throwing the pumpkin head at Ichabod's face is by Brom Bones and his fellow cohorts. But hey, what if there actually is a pact between the Headless Horseman and Ichabod's rival? And again, you'd have to pull it. It couldn't be too overt with it. But there was something of a pact. Yeah, no, there was a pact between the witch character or yeah, the witch character in the Tim Burton film felt like and again, this is not a stream meant to speak ill about the Tim Burton film because I do like it. I do own it. I do want to make a watch party on it. However, I didn't I never felt like the conspiracy really went anywhere or served the plot. And I don't like it when there's someone controlling like the main villain. But it would be interesting, uh, I think that the way to pull it off is to give illusions over what might be the fate of Ichabod Crane. Like a good adaptation wouldn't have a happy ending with him and Katrina. No, it's a horror movie, so by all means, that have his fate be, like, open-ended, like, multiple things could have happened to him, by the Headless Horseman, but, it is like you leave breadcrumbs that, uh, Brom Bones had made a pact with, the Horseman. Now what would be interesting is what the Horseman would have gotten out of that deal. That would be an interesting twist as well. So not only is there a pact, not only is it open-ended, leaving it up to the imagination what could have happened to Ichabod Crane, but what is it that the Headless Horseman gets in return for this service to Brom Bones? Maybe he's not trapped to just um what do you call it? The periphery, the outskirts of the Hollow and just on Halloween, or maybe the entire town is now open to him. Something like that. Um so, yeah, I can't say enough this is one of those stories that I can't say enough good things about. I genuinely cherish it as a childhood, memento. I absolutely adore this movie. Again, I don't think that we've even with this film, I don't think that we've seen the definitive adaptation of Sleepy Hollow, which I would challenge any filmmaker or creative, director or writer to put this pen to paper. Um, so as far as coming attractions, I will be getting back into the swing of things. I do have, let me see. I do have a couple of watch parties coming up that I want to how can I put this? That I want to host here at the Mind's Eye Theater. I will get back to not only doing regular videos and my live streams, I should say, of video games. I've been ridiculously busy just because of work and other things, but I will be getting back into the swing of things. In fact, uh, within the next couple of days, actually, I'll be purchasing a service that will help me to create much more content. So, absolutely be on the lookout for that. Um, I will be keeping an eye out when the upcoming films that release this year, like Longlegs, will be hitting streaming. That way, I can do watch parties for them. I did not get to see Longlegs over the summer. So that's pretty much it for me. I hope that you enjoyed not just this watch party, but truly celebrating this film's 75th anniversary. Um, as for me, I've been Inkarnate reminding you, mark your calendars and say your prayers. I offer a word of caution. Fear the worst, so long you recognize who's best.
If you're resigned to your fate, time to subscribe to your fears.
Warn your friends. Warn everyone.